Alright, hello everyone. We're going to be making some fancy little craters today. We're going to be turning plain old basic styrofoam into fancy craters. That's without the price of having to pay at Games Workshop for those craters. These are cheap, easy to make. You're going to need a Zippo lighter, or matches, or some other sort of flaming thing, a knife, one that will easily cut styrofoam. Scissors will also work. You'll also need paint in order to paint the craters. Okay, the first thing you want to do is pick a piece of styrofoam to use. Then you're going to want to mark out a circle for which to cut the crater out of. Okay, once your circle is cut out, you're going to take the edges and cut diagonally down like this, just kind of shaving off the sides to give an effect of the crater rim going down to the gaming floor. It'll end up looking at a diagonal like that all the way around. Still just carving away. If you have any larger lumps on the top, you can shave those off, or you can leave them and burn them off later, whatever you feel like. So, as you can see, there's, a nice angle here on all the sides, all the way around. Some parts steeper than others, as you can see the difference in angle on the two sides here. So now we're going to go ahead and burn out the center, melt out the center here. That's when your Zippo lighter or match or whatever you've decided to use is going to come in. All right. Try not to burn your house down when you do this, and actually it's probably a good idea to clean up all the little styrofoam bits before you start melting things, so nothing catches fire. Well, now that everything's been cleaned up, we're going to go ahead and start melting away the center here. You want to start in the exact center here, just a little bit of fire, and as you can see, it's already just starting to go right away. You can already see the dent that I've made there, just a few seconds there. You're going to want to do this all the way around, deep indent, go down as far as you can without burning through the bottom. If you do burn through the bottom, it's okay. You can either hot glue another piece of styrofoam on, or just leave it as is and have a crater with a hole in the bottom. Once you've got a nice indent made here in the center, you're going to go ahead, make sure you burn onto the rim some too, so that it looks similar. And the sides, you want to give the sides just a little one over, increase the angle or lose some of the angle. But either way, it makes it look more so like the rest of the crater here. If you have any flattened edges, now's the time to go ahead and burn those off. Okay, so as you can see, I've got this mostly completed here. Just finishing off the edges here. I've burnt a little bit off one of the angles, made that a little bit steeper. Brought down one of the sides here, as you can see. So we've got a nice kind of cratered in look, a little bit of pot marks there. You've got more further indents in the center. All right, so that's the crater so far. Now it's time to okay, you can do this however you want, but the ones that I've already done, I started with a nice brown base coat here, and then went over and dry brushed some black on top of it. Again, you can do this any way you want. You can add sand or little rocks onto it, however you want to do it, depending on what kind of maps you do. You might put clumps of grass on the sides, blown arms, pieces of equipment, whatever you feel like doing is fine. So we're going to go ahead and get started. mix the paint up a little bit here so you don't get any just plain oil. This paint, if you get a Games Workshop paint, Citadel paint, these are the Test Stores paint. These will not eat your styrofoam. They're perfectly fine for the styrofoam. They won't hurt it at all. Okay, you're going to get with the undercoat you do. You're going to want a good amount. Make sure all the little white, as much of the white as you can, has been covered. That's basically how that works, and then you can paint the black over that, just dry brush, real soft. Crater, so that's kind of what the innards are going to look like. I don't know if you can see this real well. Lots of nice. You can see the browns and the blacks all kind of mixed around in there. Mostly brown, but there's of course the black dry brush. Let's see. Here's one of my couple actually of my already finished craters. This one here, as you can see, I accidentally burnt through the bottom in that one. You can see, but it's fine. It'll give a little bit extra terrain to that. This one here is pretty small. If like I don't know, bike or something blows up, and as you can see, the bottoms aren't painted so that it doesn't stick to the ground. You can pick them up, move them around, carry them easily without having a tack still on the paint. Yeah, so have fun. Again, if you burn your house down, it's not my fault, but to make great cover, you can also use the styrofoam. I started a wall here. As you can see, using the same tactic as like blast marks, and to cut the rims down. This can be made into walls, into buildings. This technique can be applied to a lot of things. Good luck.